Hello everyone, welcome to you on Think Future Academy. Today we are going to learn how to use counting with criteria COUNTIFs using name range. Let's begin. Today we are going to learn the COUNTIF formula by using the name range. First of all, I'm going to select my all data. I'll come here on the formula tab and create from selection top row. Okay, yes. Now you can see here name manager, all names have been created as name range. Close this one and I will use this all data in next sheets. You will see this data will not be available in the next sheets and I will use it because it is dynamic. It is, very useful tool which we can use in our whole workbook. First, we'll go to number of orders by order state. Okay, I will use here formula equals to COUNTIFs and you will see here the first criteria range what it is asking me what it is. I will just type state tab comma and what is my criteria range? Criteria range is B4. Just enter. You will see all my data is available here. I will use the fill handler and copy paste my data here. The next is by customer, order by customer type. I will use here, you will see it here, I will use the formula here as well, equals to count ifs, press the tab. My criteria is customer type. See, it is automatically showing me customer name and customer type. I said customer type. Okay, comma, where is my criteria range? It's here. Just enter and use your fill handler to fill the data. You will find this all information here down. Now we are going to the third method where we use the state and year as well in parallel. We'll see that how it will work with us. This information is available in order year equals to count ifs, press the tab, order. You will find here relevant to the order all information, order year, comma, where is my criteria? B4, comma, next criteria is this one, is my state. I will mention state, here it is, comma, and then I will give the criteria to this information. Now you can see it here. It is automatically bringing all my information here. Now I just want to drag my information from right to left or left to right or downwards. It's up to me, but I need to take care of some of information here. See, while I'm doing it, you can see it what happens. It is not giving me any value. What happens? See here, this value is not fixed. Now I'm going to fix as a column here and I will see that one what it will do now. If see it is not again because column it is moving again. If I will use it column, you can see it here now. Now I want to bring this information down. See here, it is using the cell here, this one. But I want to make this one as well fixed. I will use first the rows information and then I will see that what it will do. See it here now. And I will just try to drag this information. You can see it. All information, it's coming exactly what I'm looking for and it is available here now. So make sure that while you are preparing your data, it should be very careful while selecting your information here in this cell. This one I selected the column, and this information I selected as row. So it is now all information, and here I use the sum formula to make the calculation for these three informations. Number 4, order quantity greater than 40. For example, I will take this information here in the column 4, and I will see here how it will behave. Equals to COUNTIFS. My first criteria is state, comma. My criteria is here, comma. Next criteria, order quantity is here, greater than, use comma, inverted commas, greater than 40, and inverted commas close and bracket close. You can see it here now. And if I'm using my information, dragging it down, you will find all information automatically it is bringing. Okay. And if I don't want to use this information, it will be given more information to me, more numbers. So I'm going to go on the dynamics data. I have created here a dynamic list. You can see it here. It is dynamic, and I will create for you once again. I'm going to remove it. How you can do it? Data, go to data validation tool, okay, and any value. Okay, and it is finished now. It's not anymore available here. Now I'm going to delete by state. Just click again on the data validation tool, list. Where is my information? My information is available here. I'll bring it here. Okay, my customer type, data validation, list. Just click this here. This information is here. Excellent. By year, now I'll select again and list values, and I will see here it is falling. I'm just selecting my data. Okay, account manager, click here information and list, and here in this one my manager list is available with me. Okay, done. Here I will use the formula and it will give me what I'm searching for. Here I'm going to select the years as well and account manager names as well. Now I'm using this one. I can use here both ways. Anywhere you can use the formula. Equals to COUNTIFS. COUNTIFS. What I'm searching for, what is my criteria? First criteria is state, comma. What is my criteria? Ray is here, falling here, comma. Criteria range to customer type. Where it is, my criteria is here, comma. Criteria range 3. Criteria is order year, order year, comma, and it is here, comma. Criteria range 4, account manager. You can see it here, account manager, and I'm going to select the criteria 4 here. All done. It is 7. If I'm changing the year, it will give me the value changes. You can see it here. You can see here I'm changing. If it is something different, it will give me the different numbers. See, its numbers are dynamic and changing. Now the next and last step, what we are looking for to get the data in between the two dates. Okay, we'll see how it will work. We can use this date range and we'll use it here in this one. I will explain it to you. the same method. For example, here I want to extend my information and I'm looking the information where it is falling now. Okay, we will start using the formula from here onwards. And first I will give you the brief here. Equals to COUNTIFS. What is my criteria? State equals to COUNTIFS. My criteria range is state, comma, is criteria is falling here, comma, criteria range 2 is date, order date, comma, start inverted commas, greater than equals to, close, and sign with shift, press 7, click here, comma, again criteria range. Second criteria, because I'm looking the dates between these two dates, order date, comma, start inverted commas, less than, equals to, inverted commas close, and sign, use this date, bracket close, this one should be D5, D5, press enter. You can see it here. It is not dynamic one. I will copy here this one and you will see it will be changing here. If it is, see now it is dynamic. Now here the same date I can use it here as well. I'm going to extend this formula. I will copy it for you and I will show you that one how it will work. See here now and go back one step, comma, order date, comma, inverted commas, greater than, equals to, inverted commas close, and sign, this date, comma. Next step is next criteria, order date, comma. My falling area is order date. What is my criteria now? Equals to this one, inverted commas, less than, equals to, inverted commas close, and sign, and this date. Close the bracket. Here it is saying that it is not having any of the information here. Earlier it was showing 8. Now we will see here, because you can see here it is 2006-14 and we selected the year 2016. Now when I change the date range, it is showing me this, and if I'm changing the date to 14, it is still same. I can change the date as well. 15, same. It means it is falling in 16. These orders are falling in 16. So if I'm going to change the manager name, you can see it. Its behavior will be different. I'm going to change, for example, 2013, and then I'm selecting the manager. Then it will be, we will see that one where is some information is available. We will see here Cronbats. Yes, with Cronbat it's available now. And this is the formula which we are using it to make more dynamic data using COUNTIF. It will give us the COUNTIF function. In my next video, I will explain how to use SUMIF and average ifs. Thank you very much.